Ken, if you're listening, we haven't really moved into the second part of the banana zone yet. We just got the banana back. That's right. It will happen when Bitcoin breaks through its new highs, which should happen next week. When we reach the top, prices tend to level off for a while before falling again. Yes, and the bananas probably won't start happening until Solana hits all-time highs. This is how people think things will go. Everyone will get hilariously rich and all that other stuff. That's the biggest bag people have, is Solana. That needs to take place. Then risk is spread out over the curve because it's easy to do and everyone will do it. So they start to think, okay, let's say Bitcoin goes to $300,000, so it has 3 times from here. They then say, oh, but Solana and Sui could do a 5x and a 10x from here. Soon everyone runs out of the risk curve because it's getting late in the cycle and they want to make as much money as possible. This video makes it very clear that Raoul Pal was right when he said that Bitcoin would hit all-time highs this week. That's what it did. Now we can see that the barrier lines are moving up. This means that it will be easier for the rest of the crypto market to go above $110,000 for Bitcoin, $3 for XRP, and so on. Indeed, altcoins have not run as much as we would probably like them to run. This should be a very exciting time. Since Bitcoin is the most popular cryptocurrency, a lot of its capital is going to be taken and spread out among the other cryptocurrencies. This means that XRPC hasn't seen a lot of the price growth we'd like to see. Yes, the second part of the banana zone has not yet begun. Yes, I do believe that prices will go up a lot in the near future. That's what this movie is all about. Hit that like button. Let's start is that we've shown that liquidity affects 90% of crypto prices and 97.5% of NASDAQ prices. People don't want to believe it, but it is the most important macro issue. It's because global M2 is 3 months ahead of schedule. In Q4, global liquidity was drained because of things like rising rates, the dollar, and so on. So that has the impacts that we saw in Q1. What everyone then does is use story in Q1. It has nothing to do with tax cuts. The world is going into a slump because of them. It was just the money flow. It's kind of like, this was so simple, what it will do now is separate at some point. In the bull phase of the cycle, it usually breaks apart. Then in the full bear phase, fear and greed take over. For example, the fear of missing out, FOMO part of it happens when network usage goes through the roof and people start to move away from M2. This is why the correlation is only 90% and not 100%. I believe we shall now see that for now it only says that if this keeps up it's going to be a banana zone until July. After that we had to plan 3 months ahead of time. Rates and the dollar have been going up and down over the last couple of weeks. In August the market should get back on track. That might be it. It will also be very similar to rounds that have come before. A lot of people are confused about why gold has been doing so well in crypto. I knew there would be an easy answer. There won't be anything hard about it. And in the last GMI, I found out that gold only follows the direction of the economy. For now, it's kind of real time, but crypto will come after 3 months. It's like, oh, I see now, gold is just a sign of the fact that money matters. And we use dollar rates and oil to define money matters. Those are the big daddies of it. Gold moves when things start to move. Gold has been somewhat correcting since they began to correct. That's right, gold is ahead of this because it shows real-time financial situations while Bitcoin, crypto, and the NASDAQ are 3 months behind. It's really that easy. It's crazy to me. At the very top of Bitcoin's popularity, I sent out a tweet that said, "Think popularity has peaked." I believe it has. The circle is at the right point. This part in the banana zone is where it takes place. This is what normally happens after the first correction. To make things easier, let's say Bitcoin goes from 100,000 to 150,000. Based on how the other tokens have done, we can guess that Sui probably does 3 times that or more. Being the leader in Bitcoin, when it falls it's usually the start of the silly season. By definition that means that other tokens are doing better than Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is going up, which it is, then that's what we should see. Just so you know, I think Bitcoin's control has gone down a bit. It went from 62 to 63. It will go back up to the top and then go down. And people will start to see that next move. This is the move I think will happen when Bitcoin hits all-time highs and everything else goes crazy. This is the same kind of time in 2021. It took place in January that year. Yes, With just a few months, that drop went from about 70% to 38%. That's crazy. That's a different season. We saw one like it here in 2017. I think it's the same one. It began around February 17th. That dropped from 95 to 35. Yes, it's interesting that Bitcoin's power is decreasing over time. That's why the tops are always lower. Low highs, yes. The lows look about the same, but this makes us think that we should come back down here. It takes place quickly. It takes 2, 3, or 4 months. As you know, my bet has been 3. It did better than anything else. As you go up, it keeps going up, taking a look, and then taking another look. It does everything right. All the time it does better. I don't see any reason why that should stop. It's true that a lot of people disagree about low free flow VC coins. A low free float goes up more in a bull market. This is something that most people don't get. This is known by everyone who has ever traded in a developing market. That's what takes place. They lose more when the market is down. It's really that easy. Because there is less supply and more demand because of all the attention on ACOI and other similar things. Because of this, it works really, really well. This is the chart for the Solana ACOI. I'll take a look at it once a week. It got out of this pattern of bases. It marked and organized. I think the next move will get through all of this. That means ACOI is still the best horse in the race. That's right, a different question because I think I can catch up. But this just looks like it's flagging here again. For the second time, the next move is the one where SUI dramatically beats SOLOI. To make things easier to understand, I use the example of liquidity as the main factor. Since liquidity is the main factor, everything is linked. So just compare the two charts and pick the asset that is stronger without going too far along the risk curve. In the end though, this is a flag design. When this goes, he has the next move up. No matter where it goes, if this shocking chart comes true, it will change everyone's story about it again. From here I still think he could do better. Salam. It's possible. It's possible. You don't get fired for building on. Because what I think is coming is as the banking system comes. I think Microsoft is a good idea. I've never been to a bank, insurance company, or big business that had Apple Macs. All of it is on Microsoft. Why? Because it's an operating system that everyone can use and people don't have to learn anything new when they are hired, fired, or replaced. But if you want to base the whole economy on SUI, everyone needs to learn a move language. Developers are not as many as before. It hasn't had the same Lindy effects as ETH. As for banks, they like Layer 2 because it gives them a sense of power over some things. However, Layer 2 still has to settle with Layer 1 for good. I think he will shock people in the future, but it looks like XRP will do the same. Those do too. It's almost like everything is connected. Yes, that high can be broken. That can be broken. Let's say 4,300. It's really going to blow up. I believe there is an NFT season. Yes, it's a little different from the last one. I believe we are witnessing a split in the present. One is building consumer-based brands that don't depend on the web. We'll also talk about what you're doing. Yes, those are doodles, fat penguins, and other things like that. Okay, and that still seems to be getting people's attention. Next is the art side, which looks like it's going well. The PFP side comes next. There are some projects that will live on. And the fact that punks are going to Mickey Malko, who is